guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you our 3-month baby update and postpartum update. And if you're new here, my name is Borossy, this is Hector. I have so many things to share. I have so many things to update you guys on, especially for this little guy. He have had a lot of things going on this past month, and some very fun things and also a couple of alarming things. But I think I will get my update out of the way because I feel like there is not really much to tell. My weight hasn't changed. I am still carrying a few extra kilos, and I haven't honestly done anything to improve the situation. We have had Easter, I have been eating whatever I want, I have been eating too much candy, and I'm just happy that I haven't put on like a lot of kilos. Mentally I'm feeling okay, I'm feeling much more calm. I feel like my hormones are about, I want to say they're leveling out. We have had a lot of stress due to other things in our family, and that has obviously contributed to my mood not always being the best. Yeah, but my postpartum, like hormones and that kind of thing, I don't feel is the guilty one in this case. So I do feel calm. I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of things. I feel like we are like more or less in a good routine now. You want your toy? We just had a long nursing session before this video, so I'm hoping that he will stay happy throughout. This is his new little toy that he got for his Easter basket, and he seems to like it. Yeah, and now the planes are flying over us. It's okay, I'm right. So all in all, for me, I'm feeling quite well. My period has not yet come back. I am very happy that I don't have to deal with any postpartum bleeding anymore. The big thing though that happened to me this past month was that I suffered from a clogged milk duct, and I shared over on my Instagram how painful it was, and you were sending me all kinds of remedies, and honestly I feel like what worked the best was just to keep nursing and like nurse all the time. That would be my biggest recommendation. I did make a little heating pack, like I took a sock basically, I stuffed it full of rice, heated it up in the microwave, and I tried to relieve myself that way with some warmth before going to bed. I was pumping a little bit more using my Haka pump. But basically I tried to nurse as much as possible on that side, and I was pumping on the other side for him to help me get the clog out. It took a while. I think I suffered for about a week and a half before it completely went away. Now currently I don't feel any pain, I don't have any clogged milk duct, anything like that. I didn't get any other symptoms, I didn't get fever or anything. I know that if you don't take care of it properly, it can turn itself into like mastitis, I think it's called, and you can start to have other problems. So you need to be very careful if you get clogged milk ducts, but in my case it cleared up. I have been trying to set myself up for success in the sense that I have been trying to simplify as much as I can. It's quite stressful to have 2 kids, I have to say. But I feel like the small things and the changes I'm doing throughout my everyday life is actually helping. So if you haven't seen my declutter and like my new system that I did to my wardrobe, it's actually working for me. I'm super happy that I did that. I will have that video linked here in the cards. But basically what I did was that I got rid of so many items that were just cluttering my space, and I put together like outfits in advance, so every day I know that I at least have an outfit to wear. If I just grab a hanger, everything's prepared for me. Yeah, I'm just enjoying life as a new mom, trying to soak everything in, try to not get overwhelmed and stressed. But that's basically all for my update, I think, this time. So let's jump into what's been going on with Hector this past month. So the big thing, we have had a few checkups by now. By his 2nd month checkup, they weighed him, and they were a little bit concerned that he was not putting on too much weight, but they didn't say anything at that appointment. They just had us come back 2 weeks later to check on him again, and we have been continuing going back every other week to check on his weight. Apparently he's not growing, or he's growing, he's getting taller, but he's not putting on any weight. And this has been a really stressful thing, because when he was born, he was in the 50th percentile of growth in his weight and his height. But after his 2nd month of life, or the beginning of the 3rd, they came to the conclusion that he had dropped significantly in his scale, and he was no longer in the 50th percentile, he was down in the 30th percentile for weight. And they were telling me that I might have to supplement, I might have to give up the exclusive breastfeeding path that I was on. I might have to include some formula as well. And they did send me home with a couple of different ones. This is one of them. It's like for hyper allergic and sensitive kids, and she was really kind. She gave this formula to me. It's the Med Johnson Nutrition brand, I believe, and we have actually finished this, because what happened was, when we came back 2 weeks later, they determined that he had only gained about 60 grams in 2 weeks, and for them that was quite alarming. And she said, I'm not comfortable with sending you home without some kind of help. She said he might just be slow growing, but because of his kidney issues and that kind of thing, they just want to make sure that he keeps putting on weight in a normal way. And so she recommended me that 3 times a day after our nursing sessions to prepare him a bottle with just like 30 milliliters of formula to top off that meal, so to speak. So I did that for a few days. He was not happy, he did not want it in the beginning, so I mixed it with some of my breast milk that I had stored, and that seemed to make him more used to the formula. So that's a tip. If your baby doesn't like any formula from the beginning, mix it with some of your breast milk. Little by little they will accustom to the flavor. But yes, so I did that for a few days, but then I just decided to incorporate it more and more. So I have been supplementing, like I have been giving him like extra bottles throughout the day, because I found it quite convenient also when we are out and about to have a bottle prepared. So I have been doing that, and I feel like he has been putting on weight. I feel like he's heavier. We have a doctor's appointment on Monday where we will check how much he has put on, and I'm hoping that I don't have to rely on the formula anymore. I'm just hoping that will be enough with nursing and my breast milk, but we shall see. Another thing, as you can see, he has found his hands finally. He's all the time chewing on his fingers. He has moved on from his pacifier to his fingers, and I don't know if it's because he's starting to teeth, but he's really enjoying eating and sucking on his fingers, as you can see. Yeah, that's one of his favorite new things to do. So he's drooling quite a lot now, and I have to keep bibs on him to keep his clothes from getting wet. But this is one of his new favorites, this little wooden toy. He likes the way it sounds, and he likes when I shake it in front of him. We have been trying to incorporate more and more like tummy time. We were quite bad at it in the beginning, I have to say. I felt like there was just no time to do it, but he has a better schedule now, like his eat and sleep schedule, and basically it's easier for me now to know when he's ready to do like exercise and that kind of thing. He enjoys lying on his back and play with his toys, but in his baby gym, but he's not very happy when I put him on his stomach. And I think it's because his head is so much bigger and so much more heavy now. So it's hard work, right? Yeah. He is so much more awake. He will give you eye contact. He smiles a lot. If I tell him to smile, he will smile. And if I sing to him or if I talk to him with a smile on my face, he will crack up. He has yet to laugh out loud, and I'm just waiting for that first little laughter. But he is smiling, and every time his daddy comes and talks to him, he is just all smiles. He loves his sister, and he is he gets so much cuddles from everyone. One more thing that has been going on physically that has been quite rough is that... What now? Yeah, are you bored? He has quite severe cradle cap, and that has been just getting worse and worse by the day, I would say, to the point where all of his head is just covered with cradle cap, and I have been working so hard to try and help him. I had to change his diaper, but that gives me, or that leads me to one of the reasons that I believe that he has been having some trouble gaining weight, and that is because that every time he eats, basically he goes into number 2, and I feel like everything is just going through him. But I was talking to my mother a little bit regarding to his issue to gain weight, and she said that when I was a newborn and when I was a baby, the same thing happened to me, that I dropped on my scale, so to speak, a couple of times, and they wanted to supplement with me too. So I know that he's just following my footsteps, but I was a healthy baby and I was just a tiny baby, so I'm thinking that's the same for him. He's currently in his 2 to 4 months clothing, and they are quite big on him, and I have to fold both arms and legs. And are you getting hungry now because you had poop? Yeah, probably. I will have to feed you again. But yes, next thing that has been quite difficult is that he has severe cradle cap, and is to the point where it's covering all of his head, and I'm trying my best to deal with that. I am putting lotion on him, I am making sure that he's hydrated, his skin is hydrated. He gets oil in his bath every night, and that kind of thing. I'm trying to be very, very careful, but I feel like when the dry patches start to come loose, they will take some of his hair with them. So I feel like he's gonna lose most of his precious hair. As you know, he was born with a lot of hair, and he's just nothing left, I feel like. Yeah, I feel like there's not much hair left on you. So his weight issue and the cradle cap has been the lows for this month, I have to say. The highs have been his smiles, and that he's interacting more and more with us, and that he's more into playing with toys and just being more awake. And he loves when I carry him around the house with me when I'm doing housework and that kind of thing. I feel like his nap schedule is quite on point now. I know that around 11 in the morning he wants a longer nap, and at 5 in the afternoon he wants a longer nap, and in between he just naps whenever, but those 2 are the most important. I think that's all for his 3rd month update, but I'm very excited because next month, when he turns 4 months, from that point we're gonna start to incorporate a little bit more of like foods and that kind of thing. I know that from 4 months they recommend that you can, is as early as you possibly can start to like try some fruits and that kind of thing. So I'm excited to see if he has any interest in that. We shall see. I might not start just yet, depending on what they say on his doctor's appointment on Monday, but I don't want to confuse him. But I feel like as soon as it possibly we can start incorporating a little bit more food, his weight issue might fix itself. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. But baby had his first little Easter celebration, and I have my last vlog go live a few days ago where we showed what we did for Easter. So if you haven't seen that one, I highly recommend you go watch it, because it's so many cute moments with Hector and his sister. So I'm happy to share that with you guys. And do you want to say something to our friends? And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe But mainly, if you enjoyed the video today, you can go and watch some more of my videos. That would be amazing, right? We have so many baby updates, we have your pregnancy series, and we have just so many things to share. Yeah, and I have some of my favorite things that I want to share, like my baby essentials and mommy essentials. I have so many things I want to share with you guys, so stay tuned for more videos. But thank you for watching today, and I'll see you soon. Gladios!